you're negotiating, you're more confident making lowball offers because you know that A, a percentage of people will accept it, B, the percentage that don't accept, you can still re-engage them and close them. So you make lowball offers. In the beginning, I was making 50, 60, 70 bucks a phone. I almost never made $100 a phone. If I got a funny story, I'll tell you. If what's his name jumps on, if Ant jumps on, I got a funny story about Ant that Ant will like. But then you get more confident, you got more money to spend, you can start doing bigger transactions. You can start getting repeat business, start making more money, ads are sticking, and then eventually, in the beginning, you're doing a whole lot of work and not seeing that many results, but eventually a pendulum happens where you're not doing that much work, but you're seeing a ton of results because your skill sets are so potent. You're so potent and aggressive and perfect at everything you do. But you'll never be able to get that way until you stay in the business and you go through that curve, which can take months or even a good year. Does that mean you're not going to make any money in any of that time? Of course not. But to really kind of have that benefit where you're just making just hundreds or thousands of dollars a day and literally profit, you got to do that process. And that's the same thing with anyone. Look at Sylvester Stallone. When he got started acting, he's making no money. He had to go to like 1,000+ interviews before he landed his first career, and he was making no money. Right now, so he's worth $400 million, he's over here. And to get him in the movie, it's pretty easy for him to get in the movie, and he demands a lot of money for not doing, for not doing that big of a performance. It's the same with any other business. When Amazon got started, the guy's working his butt off, not making any money. Now, since he stayed with it, and Amazon's been around for 20+ years, he's making a bunch of money. Everybody goes through this effect. Grant Cardone talks about it. He got started in real estate, didn't have any money, didn't know what he's doing. Now Grant Cardone's at the point where he gets special deals. He gets special financing from banks that other people can't get financing for. We can't get financing from it. He gets special super low interest rates. He can look at deals that the average person can't. Now you can look at all this, you say, Aaron, well that's unfair. Well, it's not unfair because everyone in any business ever has to go through the process. The question is, will you stay with this business long enough to go through the process? So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into it. We're going to do a message negotiation. I invited our friends in the VIP group to the group chat because it's, it's fun to have the VIP people in here. Not everyone in VIP is in next level. And, we're only going to learn some stuff. And it's always good to get good at message negotiations. So with that said, let's dive into it. Let me pull up So I already got the chat pulled up. So I need some feedback from you guys. I need someone to tell me something when it comes to message negotiation. Would someone be so kind in the chat? And I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone now. If we're not muted, I know most of you guys mute you guys anyway when you jump on, which I appreciate because it gets a little crazy if we'd had 20 people all talking at once. So just let me know in the chat. What are some rules with message negotiation? Oh, and I forgot to say hi to everyone. Mr. Chris C with the $. Mr. Will, what's up, Will? How are you doing today? I already said hi to Superman a few times, but I'll say hi again because Superman's kind of a cool name. Ryan, Mr. Yosef, what's up, Mr. Debbie, how are you doing, Debbie Little? David K, we got a couple David K's on here. Arthur, Amrit, kind of looks like Dan Bilzerian a little bit, maybe sort of, but it's my personal opinion. But hey, Dan Bilzerian's a rich guy, makes a lot of money. He's a big buff dude too. So only good things, right? So let's see. Amrit says, first time I got we got the hair. Dan's got that hair. That's kind of like Dan's got the facial hair too, right? He's like really ripped. I think it's kind of short. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some training. Let's get in some nuts and bolts. Let's get into some of the good stuff. You're like, Aaron, I just want to learn how to close everybody. Can't promise that, but I can promise you that when you get good at this, you'll be able to consistently close deals and consistently get people down in price. Consistently. Rules for message negotiation. So what do we have here? We have super says lead by asking questions. Third grade reading level. Oops, thank you. I forgot about that. RWOCM. A lot of women, if that's your thing. Yes, sir. Yep, I may. What's up, Brian Scott? Good to see you here. 3rd grade. Guys, is there anything else? Am I missing anything else? Different things when we message negotiation. Lead by asking questions. 3rd grade reading level. RWOCM. Brian, we're just getting started. We just got into the good stuff. Before, I was just going over the secret, I just shared the secret line to close 100% of your deals. That's all I shared before. That wasn't recorded, so now I'm just kidding. The secret line, that would be kind of cool. Guys, I might be driving that Lamborghini if that was the point. 1 idea per message. Let's see what else we got. 4 parts of an effective counteroffer. What are the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer? I'm going to quiz you guys, make sure we're all up here on the same page. I need everyone here to be doing like $1,000 plus so we can profit at least. Thank you. Intent. Excuse. Offer. Benefit. And we got to do it in that order. The order matters. Very, very, very important. All right. Now, what about the 3 types of offers? What are the 3 types of offers? You're like, Aaron, I wasn't ready for all the advanced stuff right off the bat. Oh, shit. All right. Superman got it. Will got it. Amrit got it. Soft, medium, hard. Hard. And then we got the three levels. We got the 3 levels too. So let's see. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. Guys, it's very important that you understand all this stuff when it comes to message negotiation and you follow it. Because you need to have smooth conversations with your customers. It's got to be smooth. It's got to be an easy transition. It's got to make sense for them. When they start to fall off, you got to be able to bring them back into the negotiating. That's one of the things in the 3 levels that I created. You have to be able to bring these people back into negotiations. The number one issue that I see that most intermediate phone flippers have is they'll make an offer on the phone. The prospect is they're a level 2 or a level 3, so they're a little bit aggravated. They're not fully invested. They're kind of pissed off at you. And the phone flipper can't bring them back into the conversation. The phone flipper doesn't have the right tools to re-engage them, get them interested in the conversation, and make offers. Remember, it doesn't matter how good of stuff you have to say. If the prospect doesn't care, they're pissed off, and they're mentally exiting the conversation, nothing else matters. So it doesn't matter if you're going to throw the excuses and the benefits out there. If the prospect is like 75% gone on the conversation and they're kind of not paying attention to you, they won't even process what you're saying. This is very important. Very, very important that you guys understand this. So let's pull up this conversation. Share this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I like that. I like that, Sam. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, right here. All right, guys. So, guys, we're going to go through this line by line. We're going to break this sucker down line by line. Oh, I like that, Sam. It's very good. It's very good. Yes, 3 questions and then you've been studying, I see. Very good. Very good. That's right. 3 questions. Oh, very good. Sam's been studying. 3 questions and then the offer. That's very good. That's very good. All right, guys, so let's see. Chino says, how much for an XX Max 256 gigabyte silver AT&T? So there's 3 things we need before we can make an offer. What are the 3 things we need before we can make an offer? 3 bits of information we need before we can make an offer. We need... Nope. Sam says carrier. we need condition and the model. We need the three things before we make an offer. Yes, the carrier, the condition, and the model. Why do we need this information? Because, guys, as we know, an iPhone 4 iCloud lock, cracked screen, no power, goes for a little bit of a different price than an XX Max 512 gigabytes straight from the Apple Store with the plastic on the phone. So we got to know the condition. We got to know the carrier. These three things determine the value the most. We could get into other things. We could ask for the color. Sometimes the color is 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, right? An iPhone 8 Plus Red Edition, couple dollars more than like a non-red edition. But the gigabytes goes for a little bit more, 256, a little bit more than a 64. However, we found through thousands, tens of thousands of testing now, that if you start asking too many questions, what color is it? How many gigabytes is it? How many days is left in the warranty? Do you have the original box? That it slows down the process of RWOCM, and it's better to just get the most fundamental things that make the biggest difference and make an offer, because we found through tens of thousands of hours of test, tens of thousands of messages of testing, that it keeps the conversation moving through the process. If you get hung up on any one of these points too long, it will start to slow down the conversation and stall it, and you lose momentum. The faster you can go through the 5-part process, the customer reaches out to you. You figure out what they have. You make an offer. You close those suckers. You meet up with them. There's an underlying momentum that's built through this. So because of that, we're going to do things to, if, we might have to assume the lowest gigabyte. We always assume the lowest gigabyte. But we do that because even though it might be a couple dollars less, the benefit of being able to make an offer and go through the process, we found that you have a higher chance of closing by just getting the momentum of moving through the process. We still got to ask a couple questions, but not too many questions. And it's 3 questions. 3 questions before making the offer. So I always ask 3 questions before making an offer. I try to get the carrier, the condition, and the gigabyte. What happens, though, if they're like, hey, I got a phone for sale, and I ask my first question, awesome, any problems with it? All right, awesome, what phone do you have? They say, I got an iPhone X. I say, great. Any problems with it? Second question. They're like, yeah, it's got a cracked screen. I'm like, all right, great. Can you still move throughout this? Are there any ink spots or lines on the screen? They're like, nope, it's fully functional. What would I do in that situation? Oh, boy, I asked a tough question. I didn't get the carrier. So in that situation, would I ask a 4th question about what the carrier? Oh, dang, okay. Well, shit, damn. All right, Mr. Dan Balzarian and Will. Fine, do it your way. We'll appraise it as Badius in Sprint. Yes, we appraise it as Badius in Sprint. We do that to move it. We just move it forward. I had a guy, he had a couple 6S's, and I asked if they were 6S's or 6S pluses. So first question, this was a couple days ago. Then I asked, he said they're new. So I said, all right, are they like, like brand new right from the store in their box? Or is it like just good condition? He goes, oh, they're brand new right from the store. And then I asked another question. I said, all right, cool. Does it still have the plastic on it? He goes, yeah, they're actually sealed. I asked 3 questions, so I just appraised it as Sprint. Picked them up for $50 total, sold them on eBay for like $260. 3 questions, and then assume the worst, because this momentum is very important. You guys got to understand this. The prospect guys, they don't want to be talking to you for freaking 10 minutes. They don't care about it. They don't want to do any thinking. They don't want to think. They want an offer, and they want to move the conversation forward. So we're about getting end results here. We're about getting results. So let's see. Well, I thought I had something. I guess the screen went down. How much for an iPhone XX Max 256 gigabyte silver AT&T? So let's see. We got the phone. Check. We got AT&T. Check. We just have to get the conditions. Now, if they tell you the gigabytes, guys, like, use the gigabytes. So they say it's 256. I'm obviously going to appraise it as 256. So that's that. What would you guys say to this? Okay? Person says, how much for an iPhone XX Max 256 gigabyte silver AT&T? What are you guys going to say to this? I want to know what, I'll tell you what I'd say. I want to know exactly what you guys would say. You guys would probably say about what I'll say because Will says, any problems with it? Awesome. Are there any problems with it, says Sam. Perfect. What's up, Alex? Hey, what's up, Wee? Good to see y'all. Ooh. What's up, Ant? Oh, Ant, I got to tell a funny story. Ant's on the call with us. What's up? Oh, Frank, Tom, what's going on, Frank? What's going on, Tommy? So, that, I say, guys, in this situation, so let's talk about the okay, greats, and the awesomes. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate between these. So, in the beginning, before we make an offer, when we're in the W state, when we're in the W, RWOCM, and we're in the W, we use the okay, greats, and the awesomes like 50% of the time. So the first time I might use it, I might not. Let's say the first time I don't use it, the next time I will use it. You don't want to say, okay, great. Which company is it with? Okay, great. Any problems with it? Okay, great. I can give you $400 for it. That's like a little too much. So you want to say, okay, great. And then the next time, no okay, greats, but then another okay, greats. The okay, greats, and the awesomes, they give it a little bit of energy, a little bit of positivity. It makes it feel good, but it's not too much. This is like a very subtle point, and it's fairly advanced, but you guys got to understand this. So you use the okay, greats, the awesomes, the okay, cools about 50% of the time. You don't want to overuse it. It sounds too weird, but you use it as like positive reinforcement, right? You ask them what company it's with. They tell you the company, and then you say, okay, great. It's almost like you're rewarding them a little bit. You're saying thank you because they don't want to give you any information about the phone because you're making them think, and that's a problem. You guys understand that? When you're asking the condition and the carrier and the model, they prefer not to give it to you because you're making them think, and people don't want to think. So it's almost kind of a negative. It's almost like a little bit of an evil. Now, okay, it's a necessary evil. We got to ask these questions. I ask these questions every freaking time. You got to ask the questions, but you're going to kind of reward them a little bit for answering you and giving them kind of positive. Okay, great, awesome, okay, cool. It gives the energy, so it's very important to say those. So just as kind of a random thing that kind of hammer on that maybe clears up someone, kind of reemphasizes a little subtle point. Now, Ray says great. Now, I would not say great here, because this doesn't really make like any sense when it comes to English. You guys see how much for an XX Max 256 gigabyte? You say great. That doesn't really, is Ray on here? Do I get to pick on Ray a little bit? Maybe not. But you guys see how this, I wouldn't say great. You guys see how that doesn't really make any sense? That's not like really English. It kind of needs to flow like a normal, it's the sales conversation. So we're talking and selling verbiage, but it still has to flow. It still has to make sense. So I wouldn't say great. I would just say any problems with it. Why someone, all right, this is kind of advanced. Why else would I just say any problems with it and just go right into any problems with it? It has something to do with the way the guy talked to me. It has something to do with the message Chino. Why would I just say, and I wouldn't say awesome, or I would just say any problems with it? Oh, all right. Well, we does 20 grand a month, so he's pretty consistent. That's right, Chris. Matches his tone because he's short. That's right. You're mirroring him. He's saying how much. He's getting right to the point, right? So you want to mirror that strong directness. If he said, hi, how are you? I have an XX, and then he went into this, I would say, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good as well, comma. Any problems with the phone? So you're gonna mirror it. So that's it. Great. It's very subtle because guys, they have an ego. They get pissed off fast. So you say a couple wrong words, you can start to irritate someone. And then when you irritate them, they got negative energy. We kind of want to avoid that. Great. So we would just say any problems with it. That's good you guys caught that. You guys are doing good. Chris, guys, he doesn't have a car. He does like 30 grand a month. So we got people on here that are making money. Nope, it's new with box and accessories. Okay? Awesome. I can give you $490 for it. Now, I like this, right? I like this. This is very good. If it was me, I might ask if the film is still on the phone to see if I'm appraising it as like open box or, you know, just phone great condition only. But that's just me. You obviously don't have to do that. My guess is he's just appraising this as a great condition, no issues with it, perfect, no problem whatsoever at all. Offer's perfect. Awesome. I can give you $490 for it. The offer's perfect. Awesome. You got to say the word awesome. You say the word $450 for it. The offer line's got 5 parts. It's got the word awesome in it. It's got dollar amount, and it. You always have to have that with every offer, because if I was like, I can give you $490, what is that? Are you making it? That's not like an offer. You guys understand that? Awesome, I can give you $490. You're going to give him $490 because you like him? You're going to give him $490 because his name's Chino? What's going on? You're going to give him $490 for it. It shows that the word it shows that you're making an offer on the phone. So the offer line always has these 5 parts. Awesome, I can give you the dollar amount, and you always got to put that dollar amount. You never just want to put, I can give you $490. Well, you're going to give them $490 rubles. You're paying them in silver. I'm going to give you $490 ounces of silver because the dollar might be on. I'm going to give you some stock, right? What's going on here? We always have the dollar amount. Awesome. I can give you $490 for it. So just to clear all that up, that offer line's perfect. Chino says that's too low. Sorry. Pop quiz. What level is the guy? 1, 2, or 3? Dang, Will. Will's like, I already know Aaron's going to ask this question. Let me just go ahead and type out 2. Sam knows about levels already? Okay, all right. I'm not hating on anyone that's going to learn real fast. Rich says 2. Chris says 2. Ms. Deb says 2. Yosef says 2. Levels. We got to talk about the levels. When after the first offer, when the customer tells you no, they fall into one of 3 levels. We're going to recap real quick. Level 1, committed, invested, not pissed off. Level 2, kind of offended by offer, semi-leaving combo. Level 3, very pissed off at offer, leaving the combo. Someone that's a level 1, they're going to say something along the lines of, can't do any more. I got the box and everything, or they send some pictures. Level 2 is going to be like this guy. That's too low, sorry. That's too low, sorry. Someone give me something in the chat. What's a level 3 response you've gotten before? Oh, what I did is I posted the group chat in VIP just because I like to figure it'd be good to have the VIP people in as well. So we might have some special guest appearances by VIP members that we don't usually see on our Monday group chat. Dang, Alex with the creativeness. You with some creative tone. Are you a scammer? I am not a What's up, Miss Keisha? Guys, Keisha joined Next Level. And in 1 month or like 6 weeks, she went from $3,000 a month to $21,000 a month. She has a full-time job, and she gets off work at like 11 p.m. And she's a real estate agent. Because you can either make excuses about your sad story and why this business doesn't work, or you can just put in the freaking work, get to work, start taking right actions, and start getting right results. I don't need a crackhead offer. I like that. All right. I don't need a lowball scam offer. Okay. So guys, this is important. You guys have to understand the levels. Each level, you have to respond to them different. There is a mini script depending on which level they fall into. And you have to, guys, here, okay, I'm going to do a video of Aaron so you guys can see Aaron's pretty face. This is very important. Listen to me very carefully here. These micro small details are going to make you either thousands and tens of thousands of dollars, or you're going to stay at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month in sales. These small things matter. When you make the first offer, the customer is engaged. They're on you. They're fully engaged in the conversation. You make the first offer. When you make the first offer and they don't accept it, they fall into one of these three levels. If they fall into one of the levels where they're kind of offended and they're emotionally and logically starting to leave the conversation and not pay attention to you anymore, you have to say the right words to bring them back into the conversation instantly. You can't mess this up. If you mess this up and then 2 to 3 lines back and forth, you try to bring them back in, a lot of times it's already done. They were really into the conversation. You made the offer. You're starting to lose them. If you don't fix that right away and bring them back into the conversation, a lot of times you'll start to lose them and you'll fall out. Let me prove it. Let me explain it. Has anyone here ever had a time where you were negotiating with a prospect? You were going through the script. You made the offer. The customer didn't like the offer. You could tell they were kind of short with the way they responded. You tried to ask them what they were looking to get. You tried to re-engage them in the conversation, but you couldn't effectively re-engage them and keep them in the conversation, and the conversation started to die down. I'm just checking around. I'll probably just keep it. Thanks anyway. And the conversation was done. Give me a 1 in the chat if that's ever happened to anyone here. It's happened to me a gazillion times, right? It happened to me 10,000 gazillion times. I had to go through like 20,000 message negotiations on my own before I even had the breakthrough of the 3 levels. You guys know I only introduced the 3 levels like about 2.5, 3 months ago because I only had the conscious awareness that this was something that I started doing to fix it, right? And so because of that, got a bunch of 1. So that's very cool. Because of that, these 3 levels, you must respond to them perfectly. Now, this should not be hard. Every one of you guys should get this because it's literally just a copy and paste script. I'm not saying, like, who here am I going to pick on? I'm not saying Tommy. What I want you to do is read all those books. Just read the 5 sales books on the left. Read all the books. All of them. Read all the sales books. And what I want you to do is whenever you're in a message negotiation, just try out some of the stuff from the sales books. And you do that for a few years. And maybe you'll figure it out. I'm saying that. I'm saying I went through a lot of the pain myself. Just copy the mini scripts that I have. But everyone here should have it. You should have it like in your phone, print it out. It should be somewhere. Guys, I kind of started this new business, came with the script. I followed the freaking script. I got it printed out. It's next to me. I've gone through it a gazillion times. I have it right next to me. I'm going through the script. I have the exact words. I have the exact verbiage. I follow it to a T. I want you guys to follow this to a T every single time. I want you guys to follow this to a T every single time. And if you need to, print it out like Aaron has, save it on your phone, do what you need to do. So let's talk about the 3 levels. They're committed, invested, they're not pissed off. You can't do any more. I got the box and everything. The line we send to them is, it's a great phone. How much were you looking to get for it? Very simple. If they're a level 2, that's too low. I'm sorry. Level 2, because they're a little offended, you have to show more intent and suck up to them a little bit more and show that you really want to do the deal. It's a great phone, and to be honest, I need more maxes. What were you trying to get for it? You have to suck them to a little bit more when they're a level 2. So when they're a level 1, they're committed, they're invested, they're not pissed off. All you got, it's a great phone. How much were you looking to get for it? When they're a level 2, a little offended, that's too low, sorry. I'm good, bro, thanks anyway. You know what, I'll pass. It's a great phone. To be honest, I need more, whatever the phone is. How much were you trying to get for it? Level 3. Oh, guys, you guys have been doing good, so I'm going to do the advanced. There's a two-part process to level 3. What's the first line we say to level 3? Dang, Sam really did study the last 3 days. He wasn't messing around. Okay. All right, I got a, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's an A+, right? You said it was. All right, I see you went there. Oh, you guys are good. Oh, I'm sorry. You said it was a, what I would probably say is 256 gigabytes. It doesn't matter. You can say, oh, you said it was Verizon. You said it was Sprint. You said it was a Max. Anything about it. You said it was a XX Max, right? Now, you guys all did it correctly. You got to have the O's. It's got to be multiple H's. Oh, I'm sorry. Why do you guys say it like this? Because some people type how they talk. So you got to make it seem like that in real time, you just realize that you made a mistake and you're catching yourself. Oh, I'm sorry, right? You're not saying I'm sorry. Feel the difference. We're going to do one. First, I'm sorry. You said it was an XX Max, right? Or, oh, I'm sorry. You said it was an XX Max, right? The feeling when you say the O is like you made a mistake. So it's got to have the O's and a few H's. They use 2 H's, 3 H's. I've used 3 H's, right? I wouldn't say sorry with a bunch of Y's, right? I'm sorry. It's like, we don't got to say that. I'm sorry. You said it was a, right? And they're going to say, yes. Part 2. What's the second line? Damn, Chris Chris said it before I typed it. Chris is like, I've been in these. One of the things I like about Chris is he's always on these group chats. He's been in Next Level for over a year, and he's always on these freaking group chats. I see a lot of people, they come on for a month or two, and then they slow down, and they fall off for a few months, and they come on. Chris is very consistent. Now, some people, they get everything they need to know, right, and then they run with it. And there's some people that go through all the training, and they just implement it, and I've never seen them on a group chat, and they're doing $20,000, $30,000 a month. So it's not like you got to come on these group chats, all the time. But the point is, that shows me that Chris is always going through training. So I'm just going to write down what Chris said. I'm sorry. Say, I'm sorry. I read that wrong is usually what I say. I kind of mix this little part up. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's a great phone, and I want to buy it. I like that. You got the 2 lines of intent this time, Chris. Very good. How much were you looking to get for it? So when they're a level 3, and again, if I didn't have this down, guys, I might be taking pictures of the screen, might be screenshotting this and saving it to my phone. So next time I'm in a conversation, I can go to these things and just copy it word for word, line by line. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. 2 H's. It's a great phone, and to be honest, and I want to buy it. 2 lines of intent. How much were you looking to get for it? You have successfully passed level 2, 3, or 1 when you've gotten a what from the customer? You've successfully passed, okay, all right. You've successfully passed the 3 levels when you've gotten a price. You have successfully passed the 3 levels when you've gotten a price from the customer. All right, guys, I got to ask you in the chat, why is it like that? Why is getting a price from the customer so important? Why is getting a price from the customer so important? Rit says, makes them interested. They're still with you. Shows there is a convo. Again, you guys are absolutely right. Everyone here is correct. It shows that they're at least somewhat committed. Because the customer, let's say me and Deb, okay, Deb is, I got my phone, guys. It's only got a crack on it, but it's fully functional, so it still works, so I don't know why it would be any less if it's got a crack. And I've only had it for 2 years, and I think phones retain their value just like a house. So I'm sure I could probably sell it for the same price I bought it for. So I'm talking to Deb, and Deb's like, well, how much do you want for your 6S Plus with a cracked screen? If I'm with Deb, and I'm at least somewhat interested in the conversation, I got to stop what I'm doing. I got to go in my head, and I got to think, how much would I like for my phone? I paid $600 for it 3 years ago. It's a 6S Plus. It's got a cracked screen. Maybe it went down in price $5. So I'm going to say $595. Doesn't matter the price they say as long as they say a price. Because when the customer has to stop what they're doing, think, and tell you a price, that shows they're at least somewhat committed. They will not do that if they're not somewhat committed. And you know this because we've all had it where you didn't follow the levels and you ask them what they're looking to get for it, and they're like, I'm good, I'm just shopping. Or, you know what? I'll keep it, thanks anyway. And you've lost the deal when they say it like this. Because they're not even at the point mentally where they want to think about what they want because they're kind of too far gone at that point. When you reel them back in and you get what they want for it, and they give you a dollar amount, they're at least re-engaged with you. Now, someone might ask, Aaron, even if they're a level 3, what does this do? Well, I don't understand. Even if you effectively get a price from them of what they want, you still can't pay that much. So why does it even matter if you ask them if they're a level 1 or a level 2 if they're a level 3? It doesn't matter. You can't pay that much. So what's the point? The point is when you bring them back into the conversation, you can start negotiating with them. Because what the customer wants and what they will accept are usually two very different numbers. And it's only after you've effectively passed the 3 levels, re-engage them properly, that you can start the negotiation. And if you guys want proof of this, go through any of the combos I have in the VIP or next level. I use some of them, a lot of them are the same. Or just look at the conversation breakdown that I did last week on Thursday, where I forgot who it was. I think it was Joseph. He did the 3 levels correctly. He re-engaged the customer, and then because he re-engaged the customer and he followed the 3 parts, he effectively brought the customer back into the conversation. Then he followed the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer combined with the 3 types of offers, and he was able to get the customer and work the customer down in price. You guys see that? But you have to graduate and pass the 3 levels first, or the 3 levels. You got to pass the 3 levels and get a dollar amount. Then you go into the negotiations. There's like a process. The process is R, W, and O. And then if you can't O and you make them an offer. And if you can't get to the C, and the C is like here, then it's like 3 levels. And then it's 4 parts effective offer. And then you eventually close them, and then you go for the meetup. So hopefully that drawing kind of makes sense. They reach out to you, you figure out what you have, you make them an offer. If they say no, sometimes they say yes, and you just meet up with them right there. But if they say no, you got to go through the 3 levels. You've effectively passed the 3 levels when you've gotten a price, and then you go to the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer. And you do the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer, and a lot of times it's back and forth, right? You're going back and forth. You're making hard. You're making medium, soft offers, going back and forth. Eventually close them, and then you go for the meetup. So let's go ahead and back into this. Guy says that's too low, sorry. So getting back into the convo, I would say this is a level 2. Oh boy. Ray. Is Ray on here? Ray on. What's up, Yev? Mr. Kevin. Good to see you guys here. Ray's not on here. Well, Ray used the level 1 with the level 2. The guy's a level 2, but he used the level 1 response, so this is not correct. Now, what's going to happen is the guy's either not going to say a price, and we're going to lose him, or the guy might say a price, but if he says a price, and it might not, sometimes, right, you can mix up the levels and still, but this is, the levels it's very effective when you follow the levels. If we do get a price from him, and he's a level 2, it might be hard to fully re-engage them because he might say what he wants for it, but he's not really with us, right? He's kind of exiting. So it'd be better to, well, let's just see what happens. So we don't know. 700 or best offer. Okay? So we got a dollar amount from him, right? So the guy's a level 2. He responded with a level 1. He still got a dollar amount from him, which of course can happen. But what my concern is that, especially if we don't do some strong intent and kind of keep him, I'm afraid he might fall into a level 2.5 or 3 and start to exit the conversation, and we just might not be able to close him. We might be able to keep him engaged though, but it's better not to have an uphill battle. It's better to follow the 3 levels, and that way you make sure they're a strong 2 or bring them back into like a 1.5 or a 1, and that way we don't fight an uphill battle. But let's see. So the guy said a dollar amount. So I said a dollar amount. We could go to the next part. I need more of these in my inventory. The guy said I need more of these in my inventory. So Ray is doing some intent, so not bad. Because I buy and sell, I need to make a little profit. And then he makes an offer. Okay. So the offer line is not bad. It would have been better to use a level 2, right? But we're still with him. And again, he's using the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer. So these are the 4 parts. He's using intent, excuse, offer, and 2 benefits. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. I would do more intent here, right? I would have done more intent because it's kind of a level 2 and we didn't judge the levels. Hey, it's a great phone, and to be honest, I need more of these in my inventory. If it was me, right? I would have done a little bit more sucking up because I got to keep the energy good. No, sorry, someone was offering me $640. Yeah. See? No. Thanks anyway. All right, what's this thanks anyway? This thanks anyway is like, I'm a level 2, and I'm falling into a level 2.5 and a 3, and I'm starting to leave the convo. Superman is correct. Right? And if we get it correctly, hey, no worries, it's a great phone. Would you do any less if I made today with cash? Huh. I want to buy it. The highest I can go is $50, and I can drive to you and me today with cash. No, sorry. Too low. It's a brand new phone. I met you now. Yeah, see, so what we're doing here is you got a hard offer. The guy's a level 2. And when they're a level 2 or a level 3, your first offer should not really be hard. It should be a soft or a medium offer because it's just smoother. It's just smoother. You want to have a soft or medium offer. And then this is another hard one. You got 2 hard offers back to back. So I would be using soft, just like Sam said. Would you do any less? That's a soft offer. And that would have been better. It's smoother. Hard offers, guys, are good, but it's kind of good to use it when you kind of need to put your foot down or you're kind of going all in. You want to be using these soft and medium offers. You use 2 hard offers back to back. That's like not good, especially when the guy's a level 2, 2.5. You want to be using medium offers. Medium and soft offers. Soft offers, hey, it's a great phone. I want to buy it. Would you do any less than $640 if I met you today with cash? If I met you now with cash. You're just kind of throwing these hard offers out here. You gotta make your offer. Hey, listen. Would you do $500 if I made today with? You gotta be doing all that stuff. Would you do X if I made today with cash? You gotta be doing that and your hard offers, but you gotta combine that by asking them to come down in price. Make your offers. Use medium and hard offers as you ask them to come down in price. This is very important. Even if I jump in my car and meet you now, see, that ain't not going to do anything. You got to ask them to come down a little bit. Yep, it's too low. Sorry. No worries if anything changes. My offer is always on the table. So the critique here, Ray, is judge the levels correctly. And then when they're a level 2 or 3, the first offer is always a softer medium offer. It's always a softer medium offer because it's smoother. It's just smoother and it's not as aggressive and it keeps you in the conversation longer and it keeps them from falling out from going to like a 2 or 3. So let's talk about this. 4 parts of an effective counteroffer is intent, offer, excuse. What am I doing here? Intent, excuse, offer, benefit. It's a great phone. And I want to buy it. It's just because I buy and sell and need to make a little profit. Offer, we're going to leave this blank for now, met you today with cash. All right, what's a hard offer? Someone give me a hard offer in the chat. Yev said he went from $8,000 to $20,000 a month after joining Next Level Phone Flipping and training for 3 months. Appreciate it, Yev. A hard offer. We're going to get everyone here doing this. Hard offer, I can give you $700 for it. Medium offer. What's a medium offer? Guys, and I created all this. So if you're just joining this and you're like, Aaron, I don't know about this stuff or I'm learning it, that's okay. I created the 3 levels. I created hard, medium, soft offers. You're not going to like learn this in school. I haven't learned this in any sales books. This is just stuff that I pieced together from different selling and psychology books and me, you know, going through and stumbling through over 25,000 message negotiations. So it's totally cool if you don't fully get this yet, but you need to go through this to level up. The good thing is no other phone flippers in your area will be doing this because I created all this. I created the 3 levels. I created the 3 types of offers. So once you get this down, your negotiating skills will literally be the top in your city. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It won't matter how many phone flippers are out there because their negotiating skills are going to be like a 1 or a 2, and yours will be like a 8 or a 9. And if you guys are watching this recording or on this like group chat, I mean, you guys are already more serious than 95% of people out there. You're taking time out of your day, probably watching Game of Thrones, could be doing a bunch of other stuff, right? Could be at the park, could be eating a pizza, could be doing squats at Planet Fitness. You know, there's a bunch of other things you guys are going to be doing besides hanging out with me. So I know you guys are serious. Keep coming on these trainings. Keep going through the trainings in the back office. And I'm telling you, you guys will be levels above everybody else out there. Medium offer. Would you do 700? That's right. That's a medium offer. And a soft offer is, would you do any less? Would you? So a hard offer, I can give you 700 for it. Medium, would you do 700 if I made today with cash? Soft, would you do any less? So a combo, you're going to do combos. A combo is where you use the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer and you substitute the offer line with hard, medium, and soft offers. What we should have done here, right, a good one for Ray is because the guy was a level 2 and you guys were a little bit far apart in price. You offered him $490. He wanted $700, so over $200. We should have done a soft offer. Would you do any less if I met you today with cash? Right? Or he said best offer. Would you do 510 if I met you today with cash? We always offer a little less, so A, we can come up a little bit, and B, sometimes we close at the offer amount and we make a little bit of money. You guys see, if he would have said, would you do 510 if I made today with cash? You guys see how that's a little bit? The guy might have said yes or no, but he would have still been in the conversation. No, I can't. That's just too low. And then you could have said, no worries. Would you? What amount would you take if I met you today? Guy, blah, blah, blah. And then you could have used another soft or medium offer. Yeah. You have a great phone. Would you do 575? Can meet you whenever with cash. And then you're in the negotiating. So the soft and medium offers, guys, it allows you to, especially if they're a level 2 or 3, stay in the conversation and keep working them down in price and making them offers while you keep them in the conversation. The key behind all this is keeping them engaged in the conversation as you continue to make lowball offers and get them down in price. The key to all this is to keep them engaged in the conversation and stop them from becoming like a level 2, 2.5, 3 and leaving as you keep them engaged while you're making them lowball offers. Just got home from the gym. Sounds good. Oh, nice. Chris is a funny guy. Oh, that's funny. See, you guys kind of got me wanting some pizza now. So that's how this works. So we got the 4 parts of an effective counteroffer, and we got the 3 different types of levels. And so that's how that works. So we use that, we combine it with everything, and we go from there. And of course, if in this conversation, if we did the levels correctly, we did soft and medium offers, the guy would have stayed engaged with you, and you would have been able to work him down in price. You just kind of made hard offers back to back, and that's why it was kind of rocky. Not too far from winning. There's just a couple things we need to tweak, but those tweaks will make a big difference. Like this 4 parts of an effective counteroffer is really good, but we need to do a different type of offer here, and we need to make this a level 2 to make it smoother overall. But that's that. So that's that message negotiation broken down. Alex has had his biggest sale weekend so far. Fantastic. So Sam says, how much should you know you should go up? $5, $10 on each offer. So it depends. On a bigger price phone like this, I might go up $15, $20 as my next offer. I don't know if I'd go up $5 because they're at, $700 and I'm here. It's a bigger price phone. So usually $10, $15. Usually I offer a good $50 to $70 to $100 less than what I'm willing to pay for the phone. That's why sometimes you see me getting these phones and I'm making like $300, $400, $500 profit on them because I'm offering a pretty low amount. You guys saw that Max I picked up like a couple weeks ago. I picked it up for $400. I sold it for $700 or $800. Paid $400, sold it for $800. And $800 was what it sold for after the shipping and the fees. So in that situation, I could have came up a good $100. I need to get to 10K profit a month, Aaron. I can't figure out what I'm missing. No problem, Chris. I got a solution. How many ads have you posted today, Chris? Have you done 20 reach out methods? What else is on here? I don't know. You just follow this. I really need to print that. Guys, I got to print it. I made this for me. I made it for you guys too. That's why I made it look all pretty, and I paid someone to make this, right? I actually paid a couple different VAs, and one didn't make a nice one, and this was a pretty one. So this was the one I gave you guys. Where can I get that at, says Deb. I just post it right now. That's right, because Deb, let me post it. I just posted on the under the Zoom thing. The Zoom thing, I just posted right there. So the Zoom thing in VIP, I just posted it. So print it, save it, throw it away. Oh, do whatever you want with it. The group. Yeah, Deb's in VIP, and I haven't put in VIP. But now it's in VIP, so now everyone's happy, right? Everyone's happy. But yes, just go through this. This will also help keep you on track. So when you wake up, instead of getting on Facebook, and you're like, oh, and then you say, oh, look, make a gazillion dollars by pressing this one button on Shopify, and you go watch the Shopify webinar, you look at this, and then you just do this, and then you'll make money when you do this, usually. Chris says, I don't do the reach out method, to be honest. Well, don't know why not. I was talking to Mike, that's in VIP. 25% of Mike's business a couple months ago came from the reach out method. $1,000 in profit just doing the reach out method. I love the reach out method. I think I picked up a phone. You guys saw I posted the screenshot of the exact conversation in VIP and in Next Level of the reach out method I did a couple days ago. That conversation took a minute. It took a minute. I got the guy down in price like that. I just followed the reach out method script that you guys, everyone has. There's no magic to this, guys. It's just putting in the work. You guys have access to all the information you need to make however much money you want in this business. I made $25,000 in profit last month from phones. Not from Next Level. Not from my good looks and all the modeling I do. I'm just kidding. I don't know that, right? Not from the tank top modeling shoots that I do, right? Just from following the outline. Yeah, there's a reach out method script, Deb. It is in VIP because I know you're in VIP. It's in VIP. I got it's the script, and it's in Next Level too. It's the same thing. I post the same thing. The same script I give you guys for the reach out method is the exact script that I used on that guy to get him down in price. To reach out to him, to make him offer and get him down. Yeah, see, there we go, Chris. I mean, shit, that couple hundred a week you made, that's more than I used to make in my job in a week. I believe it's in level 3. I forget, or level 4. I believe it's in level 4, the reach out method. There's a whole video. So this is video, training, script, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? Well, not blah, 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 but, you know, it's the whole package, basically. Yeah, it's nice. Pretty much got back almost all the money I paid to the government, you know, last month, so that was cool. Free money. That's right. Ant's got a very good point. Sometimes they have in the reach out method, if you just kind of stay and browse on the platforms, they'll have phones that are cheap. I had a guy who was like 6 months ago. He had a Max, brand new in the box, listed for $600. This was when direct buyers, I wasn't shipping overseas. I'm shipping to a direct buyer, paying PayPal fees and everything. It's when the direct buyers are buying them for like $900. He had like 5 of them. I bought all 5, drove back, made money. Another guy had an iPhone X with an LCD line, clean IMEI, no other issues for like $120. Sold it on eBay's clean IMEI for $440. This was like 4 months ago, right? I mean, sometimes you just browse on the platform. Some people, they price it below market value. You can just buy it. Don't even have to negotiate with them. Doesn't happen all the time. More times you'll be negotiating. But, I mean, there's, you know, just putting in the work. No magic formula. You guys know this. Putting up ads. How many ads have you put up today on LetGo? Did you put up your ad today in the free section, the general, and the services? Did you? Did you put up your ad on Marketplace today? How many ads did you put up on Craigslist? 20 reach out methods, what we're supposed to do. How many reach out methods did you do? Did you go through training? Well, you went through this training, so this counts, so you're good on that. Did you respond to all the leads? You respond to 8 of the leads and say, fuck it, I'm going to go to Denny's. I'm taking a break, right? Do you have leads that you can respond to now that came in the day that you haven't responded to yet? Just working the business, guys. No magic formula here. You guys got everything you need to win in this business. Everything you need to win in this business. You guys got the scripts, you got the images, you got the ads, you got hot and cold theory. You got this, you got the reach out method, you got the script and the video for the reach out method. You got the formula you got everything you need. It's up to you to go out there and apply it. You apply it, you're going to make money. Dang, Ant got an XR unlock crack for 200. Got it yesterday. That's beautiful. Beautiful. What if you don't want to do Craigslist? Sam says, well, don't. You don't have to do anything in this business. You don't have to put up ads anywhere. But the more platforms you use, generally the more ads you're going to, the more leads you're going to get. The more leads you're going to get, the more opportunities you're going to have. I can get about 50 leads a day when I'm running everything. So, it doesn't even matter that I'm good at negotiating. I'm just naturally going to be able to close more people if I'm running through 50 leads a day than someone that's getting 8 to 10 leads a day. Because I'm on all the platforms. I got the backup phone right there. I got 2 accounts here. Chris says I might be moving kind of close to you. Kind of close, Aaron, to you. Man, come on over. Ant's here. David's here. David Magnus here. We can all hang out. It's all good. I'm like you. I would rather text. Why text too? But I also pick up the phone. Some people call me, and I will pick up the phone. I did it, I mean, it doesn't happen too much, but I pick up the phone. Because I'm trying to make money. I'm not, I'm trying to be mean, Sam, but I'm not, they want to talk on the phone, I'm going to talk on the phone. I'm going to do what they want to do. Talk to them while they want to talk. Deb says, my Craigslist ads keep getting flagged. Well, we got this whole new thing. I would go through the training on Craigslist, make sure you're doing all the stuff correct, and then post screenshots of like 10 of your ads in VIP, and we can look at it. That's a good goal, says Dan. Yep. Anytime you guys are having problems with anything, post it, but post it always. Whatever group you have, post it in the back in the group, but always post the full thing. If your ads aren't sticking, I need like 10 ads to see what you're doing. If you're having issues with negotiating, I need the full conversation. I can never critique like just a few lines because there could have been stuff that happened before that either you messed up on or stuff that the customer said that made it hot. It could be good or bad either way that will dictate the way to respond to what's happening right now. So anytime you guys need help with something, if you ever need help with something, and you're going to need help, all businesses is solving problems. You guys understand that? It's solving a series of problems, a bunch of problems. When you guys need help, though, post whatever you need, but post the ads, post the screenshots of the combos, of your ads, of the ads that aren't sticking, of what's going on, right? Of anything, you're on the IMEI on SIG-W and you try a few different things, it's coming up weird, post it on there. That way we have data to look at. Because if, say, Aaron, my negotiating is not good. Okay, can't help you with that. But if you have a conversation, we can break it down and we can pinpoint a few things. And usually what I found, especially with a lot of you guys, because you guys are on it, you guys are pretty motivated, and you guys actually go through the training and implement it. Usually a lot of you guys are, you might be certain people, they're doing like 80% of things right, and there's just like 10, 15, 20% of things that need to be tweaked. So usually it's just a couple tweaks. Usually it's not like you got to go through 3 months of training and we got to get you a doctorate degree and get you reading 5 books and going through 20 hours. Usually it's like make a couple tweaks and then everything kind of flows, everything kind of goes, and then boom, you skyrocket. Well, that's what I got for you guys. Looking to move to like Kansas, Missouri. That's cool, Chris. You can move wherever. There's mobile homes next to me you can rent if you want to move closer. Kansas City, that's a few hours away. Kansas City, I heard Kansas City is good for clubbing. I kind of want to move to Kansas. I want to go somewhere where there's more clubs. So I can club 7 nights a week instead of 2 nights a week. All right, guys, no place like home this time. That's what I got for you guys. I'm going to go with some food. I'm hungry. It was great hanging out with you guys. I love spending time with you guys because, like I said, you guys are always like the top students that I have. If you're on the replay or you're coming on these live videos, because you guys are motivated. You want to learn. You're hungry for success. So there's nothing I love doing than hanging out with people that are just like me, that have the same kind of hunger and desire that I have. So that's what I got for you guys. It was great hanging out with you guys. Good seeing you on here as good, Will, and let's see, and everyone else as well that I didn't get to say hi to. And you guys have a fantastic day. Bye for now.